Well,
Um,
hello,
mm,
and welcome again to Film Crack Crack. It is our St. Patrick's Day special.
which will
Um,
come out a week late or something.
Come on, a week late. Yeah, yeah. I am Mickey Scratcher. He is
Well, I'm Clive.
Petty Clive.
Yeah,
Um,
I ran
we,
out of silly names.
no problem. We're talking.
Mickey Scratcher is quite good. I quite like that.
Well, it's that's not mine. I stole it from Podge and
No, I
Raj.
know, but still, it's good.
It is a good one.
What I was going to say, actually, I'm gonna, even though I know we're short for time, I can't resist. I'm gonna hijack this a little bit, and I will promise I'll tie it round to the Irishness a little bit.
Sure. Yeah.
So, because I thought you might enjoy to hear this. I
Mhm.
had a hell of a time in the cinema yesterday.
Okay.
Uh, yeah, so I went to Meguro Cinema.
Hmm.
Um, they were having like a midnight movie kind of retrospective-y thing. I didn't go for the first film of the day, Freaks. I
Okay.
have seen that on a big screen before, and I didn't go for the late show, which was Terry Gilliam's Adventures of Baron Munchausen.
Okay.
But I did see, how's this for a lineup?
Hmm.
With just 10-minute breaks in between.
Hmm.
Phase 4,
Oh. Okay.
Pink Flamingos.
Oh, so that was this your first time to see that on a big screen?
Yes,
Yeah, because I it does make quite a difference
it
asshole
does.
seeing to see
Yes.
that on
Papau Mau Mau,
uh-huh.
Barbarella,
Oh shit. Wow.
and Wicker Man.
Oh, fuck you.
Yeah, yeah,
Wow.
yes, yes. It was quite the day. Phase 4, particularly, actually seeing that on a big screen makes a hell of a
I
difference.
would think so, yeah.
And I really appreciate, like, I still think that film, like, because I used to love that film when I was younger. Then I watched it when I was a bit older, and I realized, from a scientific perspective, this is a bit
Hmm.
silly.
Yeah.
Uh, but like just from a visual, just I mean, it's such an amazing looking film, and it did put me in mind of Hellstrom Chronicles and stuff as well.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, Pink Flamingos, obviously fantastic. Also fascinating. Pink Flamingos is interesting to see with a predominantly young crowd because that film's kind of gone all the way around to being weirdly problematic again, I think.
Right.
Because John Waters is so like not trying to be representative of queer culture necessarily. So I can see a lot of young people now would, more conservative LGBTQ types would not like the fact that he's throwing in like
Mm-hmm.
Edith Massey and a pre-op transsexual and
Yeah.
like a big freak show kind of,
Yeah. Yeah.
uh
Yeah.
they would probably find it more offensive than maybe straight people would back
I feel
then.
like on the seeing it on the big screen and being quite revolted by all the semen in little like
Yes, in the syringe.
in the
Yeah,
syringes. It was somehow way more disturbing on the big screen than it was on
yeah.
the small screen.
And that stuff nowadays as well, there's no mosaic on it showing in Japan either. So
Oh,
yeah, yeah.
interesting.
So that's different from the old VHS. Um,
Now, did the version that they showed have the stuff at the end, like because it was re when it was re-released to cinemas some years back, it had all of the stuff with him talking about the film, like and commenting on certain scenes, but it was like almost like a documentary feature at the end.
oh no, no, no,
Oh,
no,
okay,
no, no, no.
okay.
Um, And then just to skip forward because I want to go to the Irishness of it, which is a little arbitrary and shoehorned in. But so Wicker Man, I mean, I'd never seen
Mhm.
that on a big screen,
No, me neither. I would
and
love to.
yeah, that's definitely do that at some
Hmm.
point in your life. Yeah, still stands up, still just fucking
Hmm.
fascinating film. There's really just I always think I have a handle on it, and then it kind of so
Yeah.
I forget stuff about it in the interim, and then I watch it again. And I'm like, oh yeah, this is such a. I still don't quite know what that film is really, but it's fantastic. But the other I met so Barbarella, which also went up in my estimation a little. I kind of
Hmm.
got into it this time. I was like, I always thought it was a bit silly in the past, and a bit camp, and which it is, but it's quite good fun if you
Hmm.
if you're.
On
But
its own.
I'd forgotten that, of course, Duran Duran is Milo O'Shea, right?
Oh yes.
And it struck me that, as well as having the most Irish name in the whole wide world, Is
Mhm.
Milo O'Shea, I wonder, the most Irish looking man there's
He
ever been?
might be. He might be.
I'm assuming he is actually Irish and from Ireland,
I'm
right?
pretty sure he is.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm pretty
I
sure
mean,
his
as
accent
soon as
comes
he's
from.
on screen, you're like, wow. I mean, you don't
Yeah.
even have to say he is an Irish fella. I mean,
No.
he just it's quite remarkable. And yeah.
And
So
you've
there we go.
always.
That's the Irish connection. But I just
Mhm.
an excuse to tell you about my day at the cinema because I thought you'd like to hear about
No,
it.
no, that sounds like a fantastic. So were you like, how did you eat? How did that work? Like, that's a
I
lot of
didn't.
movies back to back with 10 minutes.
You forget I am not
Oh, right. You
afflicted
don't
with
have,
your
yeah, blood sugar.
hungriness. Yeah, I can
Yes.
go 7 hours without. Yeah, just take a snack.
Yeah, yeah. Some
Although
granola
you're
bars.
not allowed to eat food in that theater, but I'm sure you can, you know, sneakily have a sandwich or something.
Right.
Yeah.
Um, so anyway,
Mm,
St. Patrick's Day. So what I queued up for us was a follow-up to an episode we did before, which was to talk briefly about a couple more of the Spence brothers films that they made up north in whatever that little town is, Comber, or
right.
Cumber. And then some episodes of a TV series
Yeah.
called
Basically,
Air.
it seemed to be the big breakfast, the director's cut. Because is it not? Is it not? Aren't was it Big Breakfast? Isn't it the same people who do Zig and Zag who
Yes.
do Podgy,
Yes.
Fuckwit, or whatever they're
Yes.
called? Yeah,
Yes. Yes. It is. Yeah.
yeah.
Uh, but I don't know. See, I don't know that era of Zig and Zag. I know them. But anyway, maybe we'll do the Royce. Or what do you want to do? Do you want to do the Spence films first and then
No, I'd
Roy?
like to do the other way around because I want to,
Sure. Okay.
yeah, get into
Right.
yeah. So is it Big Breakfast, Zig and Zag, or am I misremembering? Was it Live and Kicking or something like that? Or
I don't know. I know that they ended up somehow on English television after they
yes,
became. So I saw them as a kid. They were on Dempsey's Den, which was basically like remember Philip Schofield and that fucking Gordon the Gopher and
yes.
the people who did those kind of things on British TV. Ireland's equivalent, RTE equivalent was The Den, and it was
Was
basically
was that
after
the
school.
one Darrow Brian was on? Because he was on a kids show, wasn't he, for a
He,
while?
he might have been.
But that was
I don't.
probably after you'd
Yeah,
gone.
it would have been
Yeah,
long after I
yeah,
was
yeah.
gone. Yeah. So anyway, so yeah, they were there was there was a human host, and then at some point they basically found these two. I'm thinking like university students, who they brought in who did these puppets, Zig and Zag, who I remember as a kid liking a lot because I immediately got that there was a second level to what they were doing. In that way that I think some humor that's aimed at kids also has this kind of like, oh, there's also an element of like almost stoner college kid
Right.
thing
Did
going
they have
on.
the innuendo as well?
Not as much as Rog and Podge.
Yeah, well,
No.
it crosses over Pod
Yes.
and
Yeah.
Podger, whatever the fuck they're called.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not quite innuendo, it's just filth.
No. Yeah,
Yeah,
yes, exactly. Yeah, yeah. So no, no, but still there was still something a little bit edgy is probably not the right word, but there was something going on that wasn't entirely wholesome, even in Zig and Zag.
okay.
And
But
then
we're specifically talking about the a scared bedtime.
yes, yeah.
But this is way after. This is not your childhood viewing, right? This is like from the
No,
early 2000s,
no,
right?
no. So my understanding is basically originally those characters of one of them anyway, either Podge or Rog shows up initially on the Zig and Zag stuff that's being made in Ireland.
Right.
And then Zig and Zag gets spun off into an American into a. So how did you see Zig and Zag?
Well, I can't remember. They were either on. They like had a little guest spot, and I think they interviewed celebrities, and it was
Yeah,
either
apparently, they interviewed ODB at one point, which I would kind of like
yes,
to see.
it's either Big Breakfast they were on, or there was like a Saturday morning show like going live or something called Live and Kicking. It was one
Okay.
or the other, or maybe both. They might have migrated,
Mhm.
but again, it was a little bit after my time of watching kids
Right.
TV. But they were pretty big for a while. Everyone knew who Zig and Zag were.
Right.
Yeah,
And they were obviously huge in Ireland, where that's where they had gotten their starts. And
right.
then not a lot of stuff that gets a start in Ireland actually does go anywhere else. So I think everyone was a bit surprised when They ended up on English TV. But anyway, yes. So at some point they took the Raj character or the Podge, whichever the one that showed up initially on Zig and Zag, and then retooled him, gave him a brother, and made this a scare at bedtime. So there's a RTE had a show apparently when I was growing up called Prayer at Bedtime, where
Mm,
they would show the text of a Catholic prayer and play some inspirational music and have
right.
a picture of some fucking clouds or some shit, right? And
Yeah.
so this was their
I've never seen that, but I can fucking visualize it right
I'm
now.
sure you
Yeah.
can.
Yeah.
So this was the two fellas who did Zig and Zag. This was their so they did two different shows, at least, maybe more than that. There's this one, right, which was basically a series of almost like uh Tales from the Crypty, like very obviously very low budget, but that kind of a thing. EC Comics, little horror stories or little whatever, with a twist
Right.
in the tale. But they also had a talk show um, where some of the interviews from that talk show are fantastic. Their interview with Shane McGowan is
Oh,
amazing.
wow.
Their interview with this moron DJ from Finglas called DJ Spiral is one of the best bits of television I've ever seen. And I was desperately trying to find it because I wanted to share that with you. I can't find it streaming anywhere, so I'm gonna have to dig deeper, see if I can download it from somewhere.
I'm
But
making a note. DJ Spiral, Podge and
DJ
Raj.
Spiral, yeah, it's great. But anyway, so I didn't see this till the 2000s when I went back for my brother's wedding in 2003 or 2004. So I was already living in Japan when
Hmm.
I saw Raj and
Oh,
Pod.
okay.
Went back and somebody had a DVD of probably this season two,
Right.
because the episode I remember really clearly is an episode called Gob. And the thing I remembered really clearly was I watched it with my dad, so because he was back for the wedding as well, and we neither of us had seen Raj and Podge. And there's an episode where there's a young gobshite whose dad says, "You're a shite hawk, son. And you've always been a shite hawk." And then there's the recurring friend is like, "Who's the shite hawk now?" And for some
Yes.
reason, me and my dad were just fucking killing ourselves because I hadn't heard the term shite hawk in
Right.
like 25 years or whatever. I'd
Right.
forgotten that it's even like, and apparently it's not just an Irish thing. I've realized this now because I Googled it. Shite hawk is across the British Isles.
I have heard shite talk before. Yeah. It's not quite as predominant as gobshite, but
Right.
yeah. It's funny as well. I don't know how uncomfortable this will make you feel, but I did feel as well that Podge and Raj was. I can imagine an alternative universe where we met in Japan, somehow
Hmm.
got some kind of weird citizenship where we can stay. My wife left me, your wife left you,
Right. That's our
and
life.
we were left in a bed together, kind of always semi-masturbating and bullshitting each other. I thought, oh yeah, this,
Yes. Yeah.
yeah. Does that make
Um,
sense to you?
no, it does worrying. And also, they both look like variations on Mark E. Smith to me for some reason. I don't know why, but there's something about the two of them, like with their little
Yeah.
goggle eyes and their kind of disheveled hair and
They, they also look like what the fuck was that guy? He was on Channel 4. Uh, Hob, was that his name?
yes,
Hob! And he
Bob.
gob on the fucking lens and yeah, and write his name. Yeah,
Yes.
disgusting little bastard.
Yep,
He
that's
reminded me of him as well.
yes. There's definitely some Bob in there. So yes, Roderick O leprosy and Porrig O leprosy.
I'm
So
guessing not their given names.
yeah. So on this rewatch, I got along with this better than I actually. I wasn't sure how I would get along with this, and I would say I've started watching season three, and I'm enjoying it even more than season two.
Oh, okay. I may continue. I didn't see the whole. I didn't have time to watch it. I watched
Right.
about half. I watched about 11 episodes.
Right.
And it was interesting as well. I don't know how season one plays because to my mind, because I went into this as well for some reason thinking it was a kids thing. And
Oh,
I
okay.
would
Right.
say the first two or three episodes could almost get away with being a kids
Mhm.
thing. It's not just me, right? The innuendo and then certainly the gore escalates as the series goes on. Like the
Yes,
first
yes,
two episodes, it's a bit more like, oh, hang on, this is a bit odd, but you could probably get away with showing this to kids. And then about episode 3 or 4, you're like, oh no, not anymore. Am
right.
I imagining that?
Yes, no,
Or
I think you're right, and season three I think is even maybe pushing, and the production values have gone up slightly as well. Although I do appreciate the general chintziness of the production values, particularly in the
yes,
the
yes.
live, the non-puppets
Oh, those are
segments.
great. The gore is fantastically Andy Milligan or something, right?
Yes,
But
and it's clearly
but
all they're acted by. Clearly, they're just friends of theirs,
yeah,
right?
yeah. But it's funny, and it reminded me a little bit of. Did you ever? Was it on before you left? Late a staple of late night ITV was this short cooking show called Get Stuffed, and the theme Get Stuffed, Get Stuffed, yeah.
No,
And it was
don't really.
always like students like showing us like their quick recipes, and it was all very much like handheld camera and like drawn, scribbled. It was very kind of punk
Okay.
aesthetic. Check out Get Stuffed on YouTube. Find
Okay.
some episodes. I think you might enjoy it. But yeah. But what struck me was like the first couple of episodes. I was like, "What the fuck's Nick got me watching now? Like, what's this bollocks? Why am I watching some kind of vaguely filthy kids show?"
Hmm.
But then it kind of got under my skin a little bit. I was like, okay, I kind of get the joke. It took me a little while,
Yes.
and
Yeah.
then and I still wouldn't say it's like it is kind of yeah, it's not stellar entertainment,
No.
but it is like yeah, there's a comfort factor that I started to feel like these like I said, it's me and you in a bed.
Yes.
There's something creepily kind of comforting about it.
Yes, and I think as it goes on, it reminded me a little bit too of like when you'd rent those tapes of Beavis and Butthead, and it would you'd go through that thing of like it'd be funny and then it would like stop being funny
Yes.
and then suddenly it would be really funny,
Yes.
and I
Yes.
find like that's kind of
Oh,
the
that's
way.
interesting. You had that experience with Beavis and Butthead as well,
Yes,
but
yeah,
renting tips.
yes, yeah.
So it's funny. I'm really interested to hear that say that because I don't have many people because so I had an experience. So once, so they showed Beavis and Butthead on in the UK, probably after you'd left on Channel 4 or in Wales and S4C, and it was on Friday nights or whatever. But one weekend, they had a Beavis and Butthead marathon,
Yeah.
which ran from about like 10 p.m. to 4 a.m. or something. And I remember watching it, and it was amazing because it was like at first it was like, ah, this is funny, this is funny, and then after a while you're like, oh fuck, okay, okay, these, and then yeah, after I don't know 2 or 3 hours or something, your brain had melted and you became Beavis and Butthead, so you weren't
Yes.
laughing at them anymore. Like they'd say something, and you'd be like, you'd be responding to it
Yeah.
as Beavis and Butthead. It was
Mhm.
a fantastic bait and switch. I don't know who had the idea of programming in that, but it was genius.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I do think that is kind of the way once you understand the rhythms of the show, and then at a certain point, yeah, even just like one of them kind of doing a side glance to the camera suddenly
Yes.
becomes genuinely funny.
Yes. Yes, it does. I also remind me a little bit, a similar thing happens with um when Pete and Dud used to do Derek and Clive. Like at a certain point it's just filth for filth's sake. And then you get into their mindset.
Hmm.
And I can't remember, I'm paraphrasing, but it's something along the lines of this fella, he says he's a fucking fireman, fucking cunt, and he comes round, there's a fire in the house. You know what he does, don't you? He puts the fucking fire. What a fucking cunt. It's just like you go to some
Yeah,
weird new space in your brain or something. Um, yeah, so it also reminded me of that a bit.
I will say so. If you didn't watch the whole season, you didn't see there's one episode that is quite shocking in terms of it's an egregious lift of a segment of Amazon Women on the Moon. It's exactly
Oh,
It's
oh,
exactly it's the one where the guy rents the porn tape that's got like his name on it and he brings
yes,
it home,
yes.
puts it in. It's exactly the same.
Interesting. Okay.
In no way they've changed nothing about it. I was like, wow, that's very like did they maybe did it not get a release in Ireland because there was too many. I mean,
Mm.
like Ireland used to do that, right? Like, but
Bullshit or not?
I was quite surprised that they were so flagrant about just ripping it like off the whole segment. But yeah, no, as I said, I'm watching season three right now, and
Yeah, I think I'm gonna kind of
been a couple of
carry
episodes
on
already.
in bits
There's,
and pieces when I'm in my cups or something.
they've
Yeah,
been doing some stuff. Oh yeah, yeah, that definitely. I will say the yeah, an edible or two does not go awry with Raj and Podge at all.
right.
But there's a couple where they introduce these really dub character, like really Dublin scumbag characters that aren't really in the second season, and they're all one that looks like Sid the Sexist. Um, but anyway, okay, well, so I would recommend going on with Podge and Raj. I'm
Yes,
gonna
but I would caution like give it, give it
yes,
like just having just been to the toilet for a great big dump, give it 10.
yeah,
Like it's not necessary. At first you might think, what's this now then? But yeah, no, it's
I
definitely worth
do
sitting with.
enjoy. I do enjoy. I just enjoy the Irish isms. I mean, I do enjoy, you know, people
Oh, I
calling
mean,
each
it's
other
deeply
petrol.
marinated. That's the joy of it, right? It
Right.
never feels like it almost feels like they could ad lib all day because they're so in character.
Yes. And I think that they can and do. I mean, I think that's
Yeah,
why, for example, when they're doing that's why they're so good in the interviews because they can just completely inhabit the
yeah,
characters.
yeah, exactly.
Um, and they're quick. They're quick fellows, and they're mean. They are genuinely like that. When they slag somebody, they know
Right.
they've been, or they're so stupid they don't know they've been slagged. Which is the great case of DJ Spiral, where he's completely fucking oblivious to how badly they're taking the Mickey out of him. So, on to three more films by the Spence brothers. You can go back and watch our episode about the Spence
Oh,
brothers.
hang on. Three?
Oh, what did you watch? Did you watch two or one?
Yeah. Did you suggest three, did you?
I did. Keep watching the skies, the Drumlin, and Brady's Bargain.
Oh, keep watching this, guys. I think I've seen before. Is that the teenagers one?
The Blob. It's just a very truncated version of the Blob.
Yes, I think that's the one I saw. Well, hang on. There's two. Is there two they do where they're playing like American teenagers? Or
Yes, yes, yeah.
what's the other one then? Keep watching this, guys. What's the other one? Is that the one with the big robot?
Specimens? Specimens,
Specimens.
yes.
Yes, I haven't seen Keep Watching the Skies then.
Okay, so well, we won't talk about it. So
Okay,
that
but I
that's
will
fine.
because I mean, just to get ahead of this, I mean, fuck. The more I see, I'm guessing it's the same
Mhm.
with you. These Spence brothers, they're a bit of a revelation. I mean, why are we the only people
Talking about
talking
them?
about
I
them?
don't know.
There really does need to be some sort of nice box set.
Criterion, get your shit together.
Someone, well, I don't know if Criterion will do it, but someone will
Yep.
put, yeah. And seriously, I mean, this stuff is yeah, it's
And there's a
really
bunch
quite
we can't
remarkable.
see. There's a bunch we can't see because they're
Yeah,
not available to stream anywhere at the moment.
yes.
And
Do you know at all if that's just no one's got round to it, or the elements are lost,
I
or
don't know. Well, so when I go, there are certain ones that you can find, but they won't allow. No, no, I don't think they're lost. I think that for some reason there are certain of their films that have been there. There's two different, like there's the IFI player, which is the Irish Film Institute, and
yes?
they seem to have a lot of stuff. But there's also the Northern Irish Film something
Is
that
that
has,
region locked? Is it?
and that one is. So some of
Ah,
those are open, but some of those are closed. So there's more of their sort of 60s black and white horror output. Like they did.
I'd love to see. I
There's
mean, they're really
quite a few
seriously,
more.
even if it's online, there's still it needs to be presented in some way to sell it to the world, right? There needs to be a Blu-ray set, or I mean, this stuff is. I mean, it's really fucking good. I mean, these two, Brady's Bargain and the drum, especially Brady's Bargain, actually. Which way round? Do you want to do
Oh, so we
Drumlin
can
first?
chronologically, yeah, Drumlin comes first.
Okay.
Drumlin's 1980. So the thing about Drumlin for me more than anything else is this is the most deeply nostalgic. Like that town
Mm,
looks so much like Wicklow. Like those fucking white stucco houses with the black slate roofs, the field, like the kids themselves. At one point, I
yeah.
thought I saw myself. I was like, shit. Like I mean, it was uncanny how much it just felt like
Yeah.
I was somehow able to revisit my childhood in this way.
Also, people might not be aware of this, I think, because they might think, oh, t-shirts have always been t-shirts. No, no, no. A 1980 kids t-shirt doesn't look like a t-shirt today. Those t-shirts the kids are wearing, it made me think of there's that Children's Film Foundation film, Sammy's Super T-shirt. You know the one where you put on a t-shirt and becomes
Yes.
super strong, or yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So also made me realize, fuck, I really need to be watching more Children's Film Foundation films as well, because
Yeah.
some of those are fucking great.
But it's such time capsule, such an incredible time capsule. And um,
So, well, the interesting
yeah.
thing about this as well, we know their films of 50s science fiction stuff as well. We've seen their press book collections in that documentary about the little theater and stuff. But in this one, it's interesting that
Yes.
they were you aware of this before I went?
No, no, but that once I looked up still shots from the
Yes.
film, yeah.
So the robot in question is definitely the Colossus of New York, isn't it? Because he's
Yeah.
got the wide shoulders and the cape, and the
Yeah.
head's a little different.
Yeah.
Um,
But
but
pretty
yeah,
much an
yes,
attempt to do the
yeah.
same. Yeah. And it's
And
very
again, it's a a pro eco message. Stop that nuclear
yes,
power
yes.
plant
The
stuff.
town is called Nilima. It's Hamlin spelled by. So yeah,
Right.
obviously in the future, the good folks at Troll 2 would take a note
Yes.
with Nilbog. Um,
Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream.
yeah, never piss on hospitality. That's the
No,
message I took. But no, so like
it's a bit Village of the Damned as well, isn't it? When they,
yes,
yeah, yeah,
yeah, the kids kind of being, yeah, they're having mind control when they all show, and then actually when they all show up at the end, they play this really creepy like tension sting music over what should be a happy like, oh, the kids are
yes,
back, yeah.
it's a bit creepy.
The wallpaper in those kids' bedroom, I'm 99% sure was the wallpaper in my bedroom.
Right,
Like I
right.
think I was, yeah. There was just so, or a friend. There's so many things that were so recognizably 1980 Ireland. But then the strangest, like, so the drumlin itself is a beautiful image, right?
Mm,
And then the whole idea of mashing it up with this kind of space, like again,
mm.
ancient aliens sort of thing. Um, but the actual, yeah, the Colossus of Ballyfermot,
Drumlin.
whatever the fuck
Yeah,
this is, yeah, right. It's fucking cool, and like the scenes of the kids interacting with it, like in
yeah.
long shot, are very otherworldly. Like it has this the
Do
same
you
kind
think
of
it's someone, sorry, do you think it's someone standing on someone else's shoulder or sitting on someone else's shoulders
or
in a
it's
suit or
stilt.
stilts or
I think
something?
it's
Yeah,
stilt. Is was
right,
my thought
right.
maybe.
Which is impressive in itself. Not, you wouldn't want to fall over.
No. Um, but no, no, I really like this, and it
Yeah, no,
also
it's
has
great. It's great. But
very
also, I want to stress, because even though for us, for us, the nostalgia of it is strong. I think it works anyway. Like I think
yes,
it,
yes.
in the way that a lot of younger people now, like stuff from the 80s just fascinates them in a way that for us is just, I remember it the first time around. I think this would work, right? Like that again, that's why I think even more so than for old saddos like us, I think if you put out like a nice collection of this for young, like cult film fanatics now, I think it would maybe resonate with them even more. Um, so it's, yeah, no, this is, if I had power, if I was a
Mhm.
film, like, I don't know, maybe that's not a good enough excuse. Maybe I should try and do it. I don't know, but I don't know how one would go about. But fucking, if anyone, I know no one watching, if someone listening, please, who knows how to do these things, and if we can be of some service, we really need to put the Spence Brothers
I
stuff
mean,
on the map a bit more.
like what's his face? Like Severin, not what's it, but like Severin, they've done all of their folk horror stuff. Like it seems like I could see it
Yes, it's definitely adjacent. Some of the stuff, yeah,
fitting in
certainly.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like the one we watched, the Lovecraft one, which was
yeah.
just astonishing. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Um,
that's the thing. There's so many different modes. There's that, which was genuinely unsettling. And then
mhm.
there's this, which is a little bit more kind of playful
Yeah.
and I mean, Brady's bargain. I mean, this was a real surprise to me, because this was just like, Oh, I didn't realize someone had actually properly done like a proper.
Yeah.
It's not quite but horror tinged
Hmm.
leprechaun fantasy film. With apologies to Warwick Davis,
Yep.
this is the one, isn't it?
Yep. Yep. Yeah, no, certainly. Like, I mean, to me, it feels like, and it's also clearly it's a riposte to like Darby O'Gill and the Little People and all of the twee versions we've had.
Speaking
Like
of Michael O'Shea again.
this one feels um like a proper Irish tale,
Yeah.
and also the pub is fake. Like that's amazing. Like the
Oh,
whole interior set was built inside their shed, right? Like that they
wow.
use, and the exterior shots of it are a model.
I did not peg it.
No, it's
No.
great though. I mean, that
Yeah.
comes from one of the documentaries I watched, where they talk
Ah.
a little bit about the making of Brady's.
I could tell the cave was.
Yes,
Um,
yeah, a bit more garbage baggy kind of looking.
but still, they have this. It's never to the film's detriment, and
Oh,
it's not like oh, isn't that twee and charming either. It's not that. They know how to use what they've got to the film's advantage. So like the effects of like the leprechaun and the jar and stuff like that. Like
yes,
it's not exactly like it's not photorealistic or convincing, but it's perfect for this film. It's
yes, it
absolutely
is.
perfect.
Yes.
Everything about Brit. I'm as much as I like the Lovecraft because it's more to my taste, and I'm wondering if Brady's Bargain might be their masterpiece because it's so singularly like I was mesmerized by this film from like the use of sound and music in this
Mm,
film is fantastic. Like it's very spare, but you feel it's not if you would think, oh, it's just a budgetary thing. They couldn't, but I don't think
mm.
that's what it is. Like because there is sound, but it's really effectively used, and it's just it's always on the edge of tipping over into camp, but
Yeah,
doesn't
not quite.
quite.
Yes, yeah.
And the forced perspective stuff and everything, it's just oh man, this is fucking good, isn't it? Brady's Bargain.
Yes, yeah, yeah. I think so. And I love the end. I mean, it's such a
Oh man, yeah,
strong,
yeah,
and the reveal of what the tokens that the leprechauns are using are, and what
yeah,
one man's trash is another man's treasure, and all of it is it's fantastic.
yeah,
Um,
yeah. I really think
Interesting too, though, to hear Northern Irish actors attempting to do Southern Irish accents because they're a little
okay,
bit ropey.
right, right, right.
Yeah, which is kind of funny for me to be like,
I wouldn't have picked up on that, but
um,
interesting. Yeah.
oh, you're a clever man, Pat Brady.
Well, I just
um,
thought, oh, that's what Nick talks like when he does an Irish.
exactly when he does an Irish accent. Yeah, but just further proof that Irish people can't actually do an Irish accent
You,
because there
yeah,
isn't
this,
such a
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Well, because there's no such thing because the fucking
No,
accent is 20 paces down any given road. But no, I really like Brady's Bargain. I think it's a hell of a little bit of Irish
one of
culture.
yeah, definitely one of the film discoveries of the year for me so far. And it's funny, it's one of those things in a way because it's perfect. It's 23 minutes long, doesn't have to be any longer. But it's a shame in a way that sometimes film like shorts don't have much of an utility. It's difficult to put on in like a festival or something like that. Or do you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
this is absolutely mwah, yeah. I mean, fucking fucking great stuff. And I'm glad you programmed it because it reminded. Oh yeah, I need to go back and because yeah,
Yeah,
I
because Magic
gotta
Man is
watch
very
all the Spence stuff. Gotta
yeah,
watch all the Spence
the
stuff.
Magic Man is very good as well, and there are a few others we had lined up for the first show.
I think I'm savoring them. I
Yeah,
think I don't want to run out of them. Do you know what I mean? Because I even like the less kind of you know the documentary ones where they go to a lighthouse for a
yeah,
picnic and stuff. All that
yeah.
stuff. I love it. Yeah.
Hmm.
Um. Okay, doc. Then.
Alrighty.
Um. Yeah. I mean, no excuse to not see this one as well. I mean, just type it into Braided
Yes,
Bargain 93. You can find it.
yes. And
Yeah.
speaking, you can also watch all whatever 9 seasons of A Scare at Bedtime quite easily too. If, somebody has uploaded the entire DVD sets
Oh, cool. Okay.
uh, to YouTube. So yeah, you just type in A Scare at Bedtime season whatever, and you can. check those out at your own leisure.
Yes, have yourself a little scare at it. And right, we're gonna go now. Me and Nick are gonna go and jump in the same bed, that bed behind you
Mm.
there.
Oh yes, yes, yes. You feckless rogue.
Right. See you over there then.